heck is going wrong at Real Madrid as match day number 19 approaches? We'll talk about the results of last weekend and more coming up. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction video, this time looking forward to match day number 19 in the 2018-2019 La Liga season. Now we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, smash your subscribe button, keep you bang up to date with all things La Liga related, Blackburn Rovers related, world football related. We're going to all here under one roof. Now, before we get into match day number 19, we're going to take a look back at the results and my predictions of match day number 18. And here they come. So kicking off last weekend's matches, it was Levante up against Girona. Ended up being a 2-2 draw. I, in fact, predicted a 0-0 draw, so not too shabby by me. Correct result. Incorrect scoreline. Moving on to Espanyol now up against Leganés. Now, Espanyol doing okay in the middle of the table up against Leganés, who are struggling a little bit. Ended up being a 1-0 win in favour of Espanyol, who finally got themselves back to winning ways. I, in fact, predicted a 3-1 win in favour of Espanyol. So, again, correct result. Incorrect scoreline. Valladolid up against Vallecano. Vallecano down the bottom. Valladolid doing okay. When I say okay, I mean 15th spot. Ended up being a 1-0 win for the strugglers. Vallecano, as they try to get themselves out of the old drop zone. Valladolid, I, in fact, went in favour of Valladolid 2-0. So, got that one absolutely wrong. Alavés up against Valencia. Probably... at the start of the season, you would have predicted Valencia to go away with this one. In fact, that's what probably I did. And it being a 2-1 win for Alavés, who are in fourth of the table. I went for a 2-2 draw, so just one goal shy. But ultimately, wrong. Move on to Huesca up against Real Betis, and Huesca struggling right at the foot of the table. Looks to be cut adrift, 5 points adrift of everybody else. Betis... they are doing okay in 6th spot. Ended up being a 2-1 win for the strugglers. Huesca. I went the other way. And I went for Betis. 2-0 win away from home. So again, incorrect on all accounts. Eibar up against Villarreal. Eibar now in 13th spot after this weekend's action. Villarreal, where are they these days? They are in 18th spot. Ended up being a 0-0 draw. I went for a 1-1, so not too bad. Correct result. Incorrect score on Sevilla up against Atlético Madrid. The game of the weekend ended up being a 1-1 draw. I went for a 3-1 home win in favour of Sevilla, so I got this well wrong. Now, the shock of the weekend was this one. Real Madrid up against Real Sociedad. Madrid are in 5th now after this weekend's action. Real Sociedad climbing a little bit because they won 2-0 away from home. I went for a 4-1 home win in favour of Madrid. So, what's gone wrong there? Are they likely to bring in Mourinho or something like that? Because they've got the new caretaker who's been appointed on an 18-month deal or something like that. But anyway, Getafe up against Barcelona ended up being a 2-1 win for the leaders, who are 5 points clear now of everybody else. I went for a 3-1, so not too shabby. Not too shabby indeed. Celta Vigo took on Atlético Bilbao, and that ended up being a 2-1 win. That was on the Monday night game. I went for a 2-0 win in favour of Celta Vigo. Now, what's going to go on this weekend? Well, let's take a look at it. Vallecano up against Celta Vigo. Celta Vigo. That's what I mean. Vallecano are in 19th spot. Celta Vigo are in 14th. I'm going to go with a away win on this one. 2-0 to give themselves a big fat win. Maybe close the gap. Or maybe a top 10 spot. Because if they do win that, they could go as high as 8th. Leganés up against Huesca. I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw on this one. Leganés are in 16th spot. Huesca on the bottom. But they did come back into this. They come into this with a win. So not too shabby. So they might get themselves 4 points out of possible 6. Valencia up against Valladolid again. Valencia really underperforming, smack dab in the middle of the table. But a win for them. They could finally get to the top 10 over Valladolid. But I see that happening with a 1-0 win in favour of Valencia up against Valladolid, who are in 15th spot. Next up, Girona up against Alavés. Now, Girona, despite, some people's picks, they should be mid-table side, but they're battling above that into the 9th spot up against Alavés, who are really surprising everybody, including myself. I'm going to go with a 2-2 draw on this one. Point for both sides, and plenty of goals to talk about. Villarreal up against Getafe. Getafe are in, where are they these days? They're in 7th spot up against Villarreal, who are in 18th spot. So realistically, you're going to go with an away win on this one, 2-0. In the end, Atlético Madrid up against Levante. Atlético Madrid are in 2nd spot up against Levante, who are in 10th spot. So, not too bad. I expect it to be tighter than you'd expect, but 3-1 ultimately in the end in favour of Atlético Madrid. Atlético Bilbao up against Sevilla now. Atlético Bilbao coming to this on the back of that result on the weekend, but I expect Sevilla to come away with it 2-0 away from home. Now, Barcelona against Eibar. Realistically, stone cold home win on this one. 3-0 for Barcelona to maybe extend the lead at the top of the table. Real Betis now up against Real Madrid. Now, what is going on at Madrid? We have no idea. you know, despite their struggles recently and over the season, they're still in 5th spot, and they're only a win away from 3rd. So is it such a bad grand scheme of things? Ultimately, I know they want to be up there, 1st and 2nd, competing with the top, but you know, teams have bad seasons, and this is one of those for Madrid. But I still don't expect them to come out on top on this one. 2-1 winners over Real Betis now. Real Sociedad up against Espanyol, wrap up the weekend. Now Sociedad obviously coming in the back of this on the win over Real Madrid up against Espanyol, who have turned the corner once again back into the top 10. Now, win for Espanyol could see them go as high as 6th. A win for Sociedad could see them go as high as 7th, depending on goals. But I'm going to go with a boring 1-1 draw, playing it safe, and that will wrap up this weekend's action in Spain. That's pretty much all I've got for you today, folks. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a good old thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, smash your subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, La Liga related, world football related. We're going to all here under one roof. And also make sure to check out the description. Links to my other social media platforms are in there. Twitter, Facebook. It's all in there for your leisure. And while I have you, make sure you drop your own predictions down in the comment section below to see how many you can get right and how many you'll get wrong. See if you can outfox me on the predictions. That's right. Anyway, that's all I got for you. Until I see you again, which will be same time, same place next time for the more La Liga predictions. Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date. All things Blackburn Rovers related, Championship related, football related. We've got it all covered right under one roof. And while I still have you, please be sure to check out some of the old videos scattered along here. I hope.